The Toronto Raptors not only lost their home qualifying game to the Chicago Bulls as their season concluded, they also suffered an embarrassing decline. Masai Ujiri and Nick Nurse had to watch their teams take the lead by 19 points and miss an almost unprecedented 18 free throws. The Raptors now have three influential players: Fred VanVleet, Jakob Poeltl, and Gary Trent Jr. All will likely be freelancers able to test the open market. With minimal draft capital over the next 2 seasons, the Raptors committed to trying to win with their current cores. While the merits of this philosophy are up for debate, it does prove that Ujiri will completely clean up the bench to better support them. The roster and coaching team need a serious makeover, as this result was totally unacceptable for a team with this much firepower. These 5 players may have looked for new locations outside of Toronto at the end of the season because it's hard to envision a future for them return to. The winds of change are poised to wreak havoc in Toronto and build this team with a brand new cast of characters next season. 5 Toronto Raptors who won't be returning next year. When Barton was signed and Juancho Hernangomez was released, Raptors fans treated the former Nuggets and Wizards guard as second-comers. Finally, after months of watching a below-average field game, Barton was in town every night to shoot a few three-pointers on time. Barton averaged just 4.5 points per game with 35% of his shots from the field. His defense has been below mediocre for years, and this season only confirms he's a clear negative when his shot hasn't dropped. Despite having a strong relationship with Earl Watson, Barton will likely not return. Toronto Raptors should leave Will Barton. Father Time is undefeated and apparently claims to have another victim here. The player we saw in Denver, who can snipe at the rim as well as snipe from three-point range, is no longer around. Instead, Barton regressed to the point where Toronto would not hold him. Barton could get another NBA contract, but will likely be in a much reduced role. Toronto knows they need to be successful this off-season, so it would be a disgrace to sign Barton fill one of these places. Younger, fresher legs are needed in such an important position. Pageview candidate.